Five. Ready? Okay, here we go. Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, and of course, your pharaoh of physical media, Robert Meyer Burnett. And I am coming at you with episode number 19 of Let's Get Physical Media. But you know what? You see enough of me. You're not really here for me. You know who you're here for? Because I'm certainly here for him. My favorite German, all the way from Saarbrücken, Deutschland, Mr. Dieter Bastian. Dieter, how are you today, sir?
Before we get into that kind of topic, Rob, let me just say, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Dieter here. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Welcome to a late night show. For me, at least, it's 10 p.m. of Let's Get Physical Media here at the B&B Motel. And after last week, Rob, I felt a little sad considering Snyder Cut. Laid it all behind us. Today, I feel a little strange, Rob. It all started last year around, I believe it was that time last year when I got an email. Dude, could you help me out? I need that rollerball set. and now is the first time, Rob, I feel strange and a little free at the same time, because at the moment, I have no pre-orders for you. Crazy is on its way to you, so I have no pre-orders for you. Does this spell doom for physical media? I hope not.
Not after this week.
Okay.
Has it really been a year? Has our bromance, did it start a year ago?
I think around that time the email was sent, because I think the rollerball should have come out in April, then it got delayed, something like that kind. It was the start of the COVID, when everything was immediately shut down. So I feel a little strange to have no pre-orders for you. But considering it's tough for me, for myself, to get something from the UK.
I know. Well, we do have the lovely Emma Bannon now. Emma Bannon's like our Mrs. Peel or Lady Penelope Crichton Ward from the Thunderbirds. She can get it.
Correct.
It's good.
And as always, a little recap from last week, what was happening in the live chat. Let me just quick go through it. Captain Benzino asked last week, has anyone seen 400 versus 1? Captain, I know. It's always nice, conversations in the live chat. Sometimes you get sidetracked and perhaps don't watch the show, because I showed 400 to 1. Or like it's called, Crazy Samurai. Wait, I have to check. Musashi. So in episode 13, you can find a little bit about 400 versus 1. Okay? That was 1. Then something asked about, or something told us, Rob, Marco Lenny. Dieter, I have 9 versions of Enemy at the Gates Blu-ray. It's always good, Rob, when you know you're not alone with your craziness. Okay? 9 versions of Enemy at the Gates. Why?
Good movie.
Why not?
Respectable.
Okay. Both you guys need to watch Psycho Gorman. Well, I have, and I think a little bit later on the show, perhaps not seen, but he can show something about that kind. The next one, Justin. Your moderator, Justin Toner, said something. We talked, I think it was last week, or was it 2 weeks, about different versions of movies. We got a letter, longer, shorter, and I told you I prefer from Aliens the shorter version. You were on the fence, you can see both sides are having their do. And Justin wrote last week, the scene of Ripley finding out her daughter died while she was lost in space should never been cut from the theatrical version of Aliens. No, Justin, that's just wrong. This scene for me is totally not necessary. 3 points. Point 1, do you really think Ellen Ripley is such a weak character? We already knew her from part 1 that you didn't believe she would develop some kind of protector feeling for Newt, only because we didn't know she was a mother already. And considering the first Alien, Rob, you as Canonista, did Ellen Ripley really strike you as a mother type, or more of, I'm here, more for a career here, have to do a year here mining, something like that? The scene was really nice, but for me, totally not needed for the movie. Rob, you as an editor yourself, I don't give you any restraints on running time. If you want to do the Snyder cut of Aliens, you can do that. But that scene, do you really need that scene, Rob?
Well, look, I think you make a good point. The Ellen Ripley as portrayed in Alien, I don't think is a mother. You know why? If you're a mother, you're not going to leave on a long space voyage and miss your daughter growing up. And what was her birthday? Her 11th birthday?
I don't know the exact timing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it made sense in some way, shape, or form. However, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
Because on the director's cut, which I like, the power of motherhood, both the alien queen being a mother, and while I think James Cameron kind of bent that, added the motherhood aspect to Ripley's character, because that was something unique and new that we didn't know about her. And I think you might be right. I mean, there's an argument to be made that you don't need that scene. However, the idea that she'd been in cryosleep for 57 years, and that I love the idea that her daughter grew old and died.
Of course.
And I was going to be back. I think it's her 11th birthday. I told her I'd be back for her birthday, her 11th birthday. I mean, that's kind of horrifying. And the idea that time dilation and the kinds of things that could happen based on what goes on in the cosmic void of space. I mean, she survived the Nostromo only to find out that she was asleep for 57 years and her daughter was dead. You know, there's something about that could only happen in space. You know, and I thought it added to the tragedy of her character. Yeah. And it was kind of a gut punch. And so it gave us a new layer of Ellen Ripley that we didn't know about. But I agree with you as a Canonista. It seems odd in retrospect that she would go on these long space voyages when she has a daughter. But, you know, again, maybe she, you know, Ripley got to eat. So she had to get a job, you know.
So both sides are high
legitimate.
value. Okay. Well, let me just check what was else there. It was great that, where I have it, Jason Webster decided to get the Suspiria Ultimate Edition that I bought. And Bunyan Snipe, I believe it was considering that this edition, is there any vinyl in there? So there was no vinyl in there. Okay. Have I something else? Let me see. No, I think that was all from last week. But someone, I don't find it anymore, asked about the headphones. But the headphones are really just cheap Bluetooth headphones, not really anything special. So for music, not really usable. Okay, this was all the stuff from last week, Rob.
I love that. It's so German of you to keep a list and make sure we go down and touch on all these things. I like that about you, because I'm more like freeform, and I like the fact that you care.
I'm like Elizabeth, okay? After the show, check about the shenanigans, what was going on there in the live chat.
And I do appreciate you comment on viewers. If you want to talk directly to Dieter, you can address him in the comments of the show. He always answers back. I read them all, but sometimes I don't answer back. But I try to.
Okay,
so
Rob,
I got to ask you.
Probably eyes. Okay.
Last week I had one disc. This week is a deluge of stuff, partially thanks to you, because I received a package from Saarbrücken, Deutschland, and a lot of great stuff came out, and including the special edition I'm going to show, which came out this week, which is easily one of my favorite special editions ever. And so I'm very excited to have that. But how about you? Was it a big week for you?
Yes, as usual, but considering you got a package to show, I believe I have less than you, so I probably should begin with mine. And I will use one as a special edition because I was a little bit disappointed, but we'll get to that later. So I would say I would start.
All right.
Because I have probably less than you. This one, Cat in the Bag, directorial debut from Alan Ritchson. Dark Web, Cicada, 301. It's about a hacker story. Seems like it has a true story behind it. And Alan Ritchson, I'm really a little bit of a fan. Most people will know him probably from the Titans series from DC, where he's in it. And this is his directorial debut. And he had a little small role in Hunger Games: Catching Fire. Yeah. And he was in the series, but I can't remember the title of the series. I love the series, but it got cancelled after season 1. But I didn't know it was some kind of crazy Mad Max blood drive. I think it was called Blood Drive, something like that. But it was unfortunately cancelled after the first season. I have to say, as cool as it is, #all metal at the moment, please. We have to pull a little bit restraints. We cannot call everything as metal. I went to the dentist, got a root canal, it was metal. I dug up a pothole in my driveway, it was metal. So please, people, a little bit restraints. Metal must have value. We can't use metal every time. But I watched a metal movie this afternoon. I watched Runaway Train from Kino Lorber. I have seen it back in the day, really in theater, but I was a little young at that time, or younger, let's say, and I wasn't really a big fan of the movie because, when you are young, you want your crash bang wallop for your buck.
Yes.
Okay. So I was not really dug in the movie, and I believe I have not seen the movie since then again. But I have watched it this afternoon and discovered the movie. Yeah, this is really, really cool movie and good movie. John Voight is great in it, and the transfer is great, but I don't have anything to compare it to. So for me, it was...
Is that the Kino Lorber? So it has an O-ring?
Yes, that's the usual O-ring, but no other cover.
Because you don't usually get O-rings from Kino Lorber. They're stepping up their game.
Okay, but this was just a normal Amazon.
Yeah, I know.
Amazon order.
Very cool.
Runaway Train from 1985. The next one was my favorite. I've seen good movies this week. Really no stingers. So just quick from last week, what I've watched. The Headhunter, I watched in Germany, Viking Vengeance. It was really great movie. Totally show, don't tell. Really dug it. Headhunter was good. And my favorite, I'll start with this one. This I really dug. Don't Tell a Soul.
Wow.
With Rainn Wilson and Jack Dylan Grazer. Most people would know him from the It movies and Shazam. You know what it's about, Rob? Don't Tell a Soul?
I guess keeping a secret.
Yep, that's okay. These two are brothers. They do a little break-in at the beginning of the movie. And a security guard, Rainn Wilson, discovered them. They run through the forest and he drops into a well. So now they're in kind of conundrum. Do they help him out of the hole or leave him to rot in the hole?
Wow.
So that he can tell them. Don't Tell a Soul. Really love it. And this was a directorial debut from the director. Don't Tell a Soul. The next one, you had a piece on an observation about the movie, about a critic who said the actress was not hot enough to play that role, or that the movie was not convincing. I go Angry Joe now. Are you out of your mind? Come on. Promising Young Woman was my favorite this week. Totally dug it, fetish for the rape and revenge movie genre, and this was totally different.
I forgot that came out. I got to get that.
Yeah, totally. Rob, don't watch anything, don't read anything. Really love it. Really love it. Promising young woman. Okay. And for me, when you read that piece and now I've seen the movie, I can't go there, what he was saying. Then I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I showed the Fighter in the Wind special edition, but it was the DVD special edition from Korea. And then I thought, damn, I don't have that movie on Blu-ray. And has only come out in Korea, but luckily there's a new invention called the internet. You can get everything, but I had to go to eBay and get my Fighter in the Wind Blu-ray. But this is just
Korean?
a normal.
Does that come from Korea?
This is a Korean, but this is just a normal edition because I have the huge DVD special edition. So this is just normal. Unfortunately, it only came out in Korea. Fighter in the Wind. But we stay in Korea, but not with a Korean edition. With a German edition of a Korean movie. Bang Joon-ho is producer, and I think he did write a script with it. It's called Seafork. It's based on a true events, but cat in the backdrop, have not seen it. Seafork. But the cover is already dope. Movie from Korea, German edition. The next one, I switched out the outer shell of the case because I did show Balkan line. I watched this week, but this had a red one, but I changed the red one to this blood on my name with Will Patton. Cool. But cat in the backdrop. I hope it's good. But I watched Balkan line. It's a nice war movie, which tries
a nice war movie.
A nice war movie in that kind of sense. A lot of war movies try to show the gruesomeness of war, but then they put out, I would say, action scenes that goes, look at how cool our action scenes are. So this is always a little bit controversial. But who wants just a fun war action movie? This was good. And we said, new is blood on my name.
Nice.
And I changed the case so everything is red.
That's very cool.
The next one is an older movie, but finally got released here on Blu-ray. I have not seen it. I think it's from 2017. Hot Summer Nights with Timothée Chalamet and Micah Monroe. I hope it plays in the 80s. I don't know. But I haven't seen it. But it's an older movie, but it's finally coming out here on Blu-ray. The next one, I think probably much people thought does he watch German movies at all? The next one I didn't buy. A friend, a worker colleague, Christian, thank you very much, bought this for me because he wanted to know what I think about the movie. The movie is called Der Goldene Handschuh, The Golden Glove, and it should be available on Shudder, I believe.
Okay.
This is about a true story about a serial killer in Germany who got rid of some women. Okay, Rob? And this is really, well, I would say not for everyone. Not really for everyone. It has really long takes. And I'm really happy that we got 3D and everything, but I'm really happy that we don't have smelling theaters. Because I don't... This one is really... really tough, Rob. But you can, I think it is on Shudder. And this one, but if you're interested, Rob, I know you love your serial killer stuff. The murders took place in the 70s. In Hamburg. And he is of course, I was really always hesitant to get that movie because it reminded me too much of Maniac or something like that. No. But my friend got me and I watched it yesterday, and from the technical standpoint, it's well done, but it's a tough watch, Rob. And it's really a tough watch.
Not fun.
And I don't know. I know it's a bit objective. I don't know where they cast all these ugly people, Rob. I don't know. But That's what I say. If you're interested in the Blu-ray, it comes actually with English subtitles. But
right.
as far as I know, it is on Shudder, and the title is the same, The Golden Cloth. And this is just the title of the bar that he visits.
Oh, okay.
And it's everything is the people are down on their luck, It's a tough watch, but this is on true events, Rob. The Golden Glove. It should be on Shudder. But whoever is interested, the German Blu-ray should be code free and comes with English subtitles. The next one, I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but I couldn't say no to the media book of Alone, because it comes with the Swedish original movie in it.
Wow,
too.
okay.
So because the movie came with a bigger hype,
Yeah.
and
What
I thought
nice-
it was good, but it didn't live up to hype. But this comes with the Swedish original in it too. So this is a media book with the original and the American remake. So this was my haul for this week. I got one too, but this is saved for special editions later.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I'll start with my. First of all, I'll start with what I got myself, without help from you. So I begin with a movie from Vinegar Syndrome. What I really love is, like, I don't know why I'll come across a trailer or I'll read something about a movie where the premise sounds really interesting, and literally I got this from I read that Vinegar Syndrome put this out on Blu-ray. I'd never heard of this movie until this week. It's a science fiction movie called Minor Premise, and
looks very interesting.
it's very. I mean, it's yeah, and it's Inception-esque and very odd. I've heard it just struck me as something I might want to watch. I'd never heard of it. I can't believe I'd never heard of this movie with this kind
cat
of
in the bag, Rob.
A total cat in the bag. Finally, last night, the extended cut of Sucker Punch.
Oh, great!
Never owned this.
But you have to tell us what you think about when you watch the longer version.
Yeah, well, it's funny
if the movie gets a step up for you. The longer
actually,
version.
I think I want to show this to Elizabeth and see what she thinks, because she's never seen it.
Yeah.
And I have two hot toys. I have two Sucker Punch hot toys. I have Baby Doll.
So why don't make an Elizabeth?
Yeah, I mean, that it could be an Elizabeth. Paul Greengrass's new movie, Tom Hanks, News of the World, 4K.
Okay.
I got that. Picked that up. The French cannibal film, Raw.
Oh, great.
You know,
great.
I picked Raw up. Always wanted to get this.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the
This is the first time it came out in the US,
yes,
Raw?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe so. And then, of course, the 4K steelbook of Gattaca. You know, you gotta have Gattaca. It is shiny. It is shiny. Yes, it's very shiny. It's got my steelbook cover around it. But and then, of course,
God damn it! I already seen it. You've already gotten your Event Horizon. God damn it, Rob.
Yeah, well, there it is. I got Event Horizon from Shout Factory. Even though we've even done this on Elizaviews, you know, it's a new transfer. I gotta get it. It's got great special features on it. Why not? So
Are there new special features on it?
Yeah, apparently there are.
Good.
I haven't delved into it yet, but I will. So those are the discs, and then I got a special edition that I'm going to show later, which people might remember. But then, of course, I got a box, Dieter.
Okay.
I got a box in the mail.
Where does this box come from?
Would it surprise you to know that this box came from Saarbrücken, Deutschland?
Yes, it could surprise me. Sometimes it takes a little longer.
Well, I've already opened the box.
Yeah.
And I have to say that there are dog treats in the box that you always send, and I've never seen. I made a video. I'll show it to you. I should have made it and played it on the show, but I didn't. I made a video of Gilbert and Tallulah eating the dog treats that you've sent. I don't know what it is about your German dog treats. I don't know where you get these, but it's literally like watching dogs snort mountains of cocaine. Your dog treats. It's unbelievable. I'm just gonna say that. So here is the box that you sent me from Saarbrücken, Deutschland. Here it is. And
It survived, Rob. It survived the trip.
in great shape. I mean, you always pack these boxes so well. First of all, Haribo gummy bears. But see, these are the German gummy bears. These are my favorite. One of my favorite candy. Haribo gummy bears. There are 3 candies that are my favorite candies of all time. The first, as everyone knows, are cinnamon saltwater taffy from Bruce's Candy Kitchen in Cannon Beach, Oregon. Those are my absolute favorite candies of all time. And people are always like sending me saltwater taffy. No, you don't understand. I only want cinnamon, and I only want it from Bruce's Candy Kitchen in Cannon Beach, Oregon. There is no other. I've tried saltwater. I love saltwater taffy. I've tried it from all over the world. There's lots of great saltwater taffy. I even got great saltwater taffy in when I was in when they took me up to the hotel in the Rocky Mountains that Stephen King was inspired. They have saltwater taffy in that town. I don't know why, but it was actually good saltwater taffy. But the cinnamon saltwater taffy at Bruce's Candy Kitchen is my favorite. My second favorite is Haribo gummy bears from Germany. How do you pronounce it? Is it Haribo?
Haribo.
Haribo.
Haribo Goldbeeren.
In my desk here, I usually have Haribo Gold Bears a bag. Now, what's very interesting is you can't really see this, but you know, here's the American. These are the American Gold Bears, and then here's the kind you sent me. If you look closely, if you look at these, the German Haribo bears are different. They're different. The color is a little different. The flavor is a little different. I prefer the German ones as opposed to the American ones. I know it's a little different. I mean,
it's strange that they are different, considering it's the same company.
I know. It's a little. You can really see it in the green. Like, look, if you look really closely.
So it's the Reanimator green. The radioactive green.
That's what it is. And now there's something about these German ones, a little bit of a different flavor. I know, but I am a Haribo connoisseur, and I've been eating them my whole life. So Haribo is my second favorite candy. My third favorite candy is hot tamales, which are also cinnamon. So there you go. But the fact that you send me the German bears is always a thrill for me.
You're welcome, Rob.
So thank you for that. Now, look at this slice of deliciousness. So once again, actually, I should probably go full frame on this. Once again, this comes from Studio Canal. This is Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless. Now, you might be asking yourself, why does this look like it's in a big giant box? Well, I'm going to open it right here. I haven't opened this. I'm going to open it right here in front of everybody so you can see that what's in here. Obviously, Studio Canal. I love my Studio Canal special editions. This is obviously a very famous film, although Mark Kermode. Oh, see, they made it hard. I can't even see. They've got a little one of these sticker things on it. Oh man. All right. Well, let me. I don't want to rip the box here. Got to be careful. There we go. Good. Okay. Mark Kermode, I know, likes the remake more than this, but as film fans, Richard Gere, yeah, you gotta have the original. Oh, see, it leaves sticky stuff. But anyway, Elizabeth can probably read that. I will not try. But when you open it up, let's see what's in here. If I can open it up, why isn't it opening up? There is indeed, obviously, Gene Seberg. Look at this. So one of the things that comes with is vinyl. This is the soundtrack for the film. It also comes with a movie poster. Wow, look at this. It comes with the movie poster of the film, a new 60th anniversary poster, and then of course, this is quite interesting. So, I don't want things to fall. It comes with a book. It comes with obviously photo cards, postcards, whatever you want to do with them, and then of course the new restoration, which is amazing, the 4K of this movie. So quite a cool special edition. Thanks to you. Now, did you get this? This came from the UK, right? Yeah, because of Brexit. So this is a great special edition. I want to thank you for picking this up for me. I'm glad I have it. Yeah. So this is a great one to have. So thank you for that. Now, there is so much stuff in this container that you've sent me. I'm a little embarrassed. What do we have here? This is the best. And this actually refers back to free enterprise. So let me, I will, for that. So I can't believe this is so great. I mean, look, you always pack all these individually in bubble wrap. I love it. Here is the Pam Grier classic, Black Mama, White Mama. And this
Frauen in Ketten, Woman in Chains.
This is Women in Chains. This is a great German media book. Obviously, I haven't cracked it open, but
we had as always, different tastes considering the cover.
The cover, I love this cover. I think it's fantastic. Phil Lamar makes a Black Mama, White Mama joke in Free Enterprise. Now I own it in this beautiful book, which I love. So thank you very much for that, Dieter. Much obliged.
As far as I know, it's the same transfer as the US version. Yes.
Yeah. Well, then of course I'm just gonna rapidly, The Bride with White Hair, which you had, the beautiful with The Bride with White Hair too. The Bride with White Hair, what a box! What an incredible special. Now is this
which luckily comes with English subtitles?
Comes with English subtitles. This is amazing. Very cool. I love this movie actually, and I love this box set. When I saw you had it, I was salivating, and you got it for me. So thank you for that. Very excited. Now this, you and I, again, different covers, different tastes in covers.
I opened the wrong one, Rob.
I mean, Psycho Gorman. Here you go. Look at that. Psycho Gorman. I'm so excited to have this. I love this cover. This is a great media book. I can't wait to see this film. I know it's on Shudder right now, but the trailers just cracked me up.
Yeah.
But this artwork is fantastic. So thank you for that. Let's see. Well, there's so much stuff in here. Then, of course, we have this Captain Benzino, Beanzino, our own Captain Beanzino, which I want to keep it in the. This is his disc that he won.
His disc, yes.
So Mr. Benzino has this disc, and it's in great shape, but I have it, so I will get it to him. But this is, in fact, and I love, you keep it, make sure that I know it's for him. This is the Expendables 3 media book, which is great for Captain Benzino. Yes. That's his. So I'll put that over here. So that's exciting. Actually, keep that bubble wrap for him. And then, of course, and now you know my love of Russell Mulcahy, and he made a blatant ripoff of the movie Seven that stars Christopher Lambert and Leland Orser, which is Resurrection. And I can't believe this. I had this on DVD, but you got this for me, the German media book. Very happy to have this. I like this movie a lot, even though it is a shameless Seven ripoff.
But as long as it is a good ripoff and it entertains, like you always say.
Oh yeah.
Did the movie entertain you?
Yep. And now here's this is a new movie that's playing on Shudder. But speaking of Highlander, the Kurgan is in it, Clancy Brown.
And Clancy Brown is in Promising Young Woman too, Rob.
Really?
Know.
Well, he's killing it.
Yeah, he is in Promising Young Woman.
Here is the Mortuary. I think it's called in 4K. I think it's called something different here, like the Mortuary Academy.
It's a Mortuary Collection.
Mortuary. That's right. It's a Mortuary Collection because it's an anthology movie.
Yeah.
But here it didn't come. This is in 4K, the 4K version, which this is actually a very good movie, and very happy to have the 4K version because again, it didn't.
The movie gets better and better.
Yeah. And of course, this movie, it didn't come out in 4K in the United States, but I have it in 4K, so I'm very excited about that. Wait a minute, I just saw that Elizabeth texted me. Maybe she has some kind of exciting news. Let's see. 4 minutes ago, what does Elizabeth say? I love when she texts me when I'm live so I can read it. She's saying they couldn't hear you. That's why I put you on the screen. So they can hear you now. And let's see, what else did you send me? So Brett and Drew, the brothers Pierce, who made The Wretched. You sent me their discs. By the way, I am seeing Brett. I'm going to see him on Friday. Maybe Drew will be there as well. So
Great.
I'm going to give him. These are the 4K versions of their movie, The Wretched, that you sent for me.
Or as it's called in Germany, The Witch Next
Next
Door.
Door.
So the Germans need to know what's the movie about already beforehand.
Yes, and so and these are different covers.
Yeah, one is for Brett, the other is for Drew. So they can choose.
They can argue amongst themselves.
Yeah.
So, and then you also sent me a third disc. So I'm going to get it signed for you. And like when Aaron signed your bitch slap, I will make you a video where they talk to you and sign your disc in front of me. So I know that you'll know that it happened for real. And then, of course,
that's always good. We need evidence, Rob. We need real physical evidence.
And then, so this is yours and mine. So I have one and you have one. There's 4 copies that came in this box. So thank you for that. And let's see, what else is in here? What have I missed?
And a quick shout out to my friend Lars, because I only could order 2 of them from Amazon.
Yeah.
So he got the other ones for me.
Well, that's my haul for the week. And
Great.
I thank you for all that. I think it was a good haul, and I can't complain. I mean, what more do you want?
More time, Rob. We need more time.
We always need more time. More time. So
more time.
Very excited. Now you have a letter?
Yeah, I have one letter from one of the Richards. We have one of the Richardses. Okay. He goes, so I've been wanting to watch all the 007 films for a very long time now. I used to be obsessed with 007, especially the video games. Every game was my most anticipated video game for a while, and there were some of the most played games. But watched very few of the films as much as I loved them somehow. Around the start of the Craig era, my interest simmered. The games oddly also slowed down. While I enjoy most of Craig's films, they never fully gave me that 007 feeling. If that makes any sense. Seems to be a lot of people's faith. So I was wondering if I was growing out of 007 or something, if that's possible. So years pass and 007 remains largely out of my pop culture view outside of when a movie was releasing now and again. But while I looked forward to them, I didn't anticipate them like I used to. Suddenly, maybe 2-3 years ago, whether it be nostalgia or whatever, 007 came calling to me again. Suddenly, I was itching to get back into some Bond again. Whenever I looked for the movies, they never seemed to be in one spot at the same time, and I didn't want to watch them sporadically or out of order. So in the meantime, I picked up what few Craig-era games there were to stretch the itch. Turns out I really was missing Bond. While the games themselves were just okay, hearing the music again and playing the gadgets and the vehicles and everything, it was like an old friend. But what I still really wanted to do was watch all the films once and for all. I procrastinate for a while. Give me a break, there's more than the MCU currently. Lol. Then 2020 hits, we're all locked down. I'm thinking this is the perfect time to get on it. I finally start gathering intel on where to watch all the movies. Still all over the place, digital-wise. Then I'm like the library probably has most of it, not all of them. All right, not open, the library. I hold on it once again. The later part of 2020 was quite eventful. On many levels, as many can attest, and completely missed and found out, not till this year, that just about all the 007 films were on YouTube for free for a while, albeit with ads. So it's now 2021. I'm really itching to watch some Bond, so I bit the bullet. I did something I should have done a long time ago. I picked up a little something, and he added a photo. He bought all the 007s. on DVD, I believe, and I'm having a blast making my way through the franchise. Also, just the set itself, such a cool box set. I'm getting this mix of newness and nostalgia all at the same time, and I'm eating all of it up. Who knew Thunderball had an epic underwater war before Aquaman? Everybody that's already seen Thunderball, I guess. Also enjoying back into your James Bond whining about movies. I'm at this point currently about to experience The Man with the Golden Gun, a renewed fellow 007 fan. Cheers, Richard H. So he was complaining about not getting every 007 on any streaming service together, which is always tough if you're considering how many Bond movies there are.
I know.
And considering the lose a little bit of interest in 007, I believe it has something to do. Now we will have to wait for No Time to Die once more. When we got to the Roger Moore, it was really like a well-oiled machine, like the MCU. Every 2 years, you got another Bond. Then we got a little break with Pierce Brosnan. Then again, we got into the same rhythm. So we gotten used to when will a new movie is coming out. But through the time slots, it's perhaps it was tough to keep it up. And considering the correct ones, considering you feel there's something left of the 007 matching, for me, it's a little bit considering the music. The title theme for me from 007 is used very sporadically, even if so at all. And for me, the music theme could play like in the first one, Dr. No, all the time, considering 007. But let's see, No Time to Die, perhaps a last great one from Greg.
Yeah, I mean, I really was not, I mean, Claude, we did a whining about movies about Skyfall. I just wasn't a Skyfall fan. I thought Spectre was really lackluster, boring, weird stuff happened. I'm like, I don't like the villain has a huge lair with hundreds of people working there, and Bond shoots it with like one bullet and it blows up. It's just,
as great as the explosion was, but didn't make sense.
No, and I think I love Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. I'm a Quantum of Solace apologist. I like it a lot more than most people do.
Yeah, me too.
Skyfall and Spectre just left me cold for a number of reasons, but I love the franchise. I mean, if there's a Bond movie on, I'll watch it. And the Bond franchise has always been very hit and miss. There's probably just as many lame James Bond movies as there are good James Bond movies, but I just like the franchise. Like, I'll watch a movie. Like, I don't particularly think Man with the Golden Gun's a very good movie, but I'll watch it when it's on, and I'll enjoy it, but I don't like it. So yeah, it's good. I mean, the Bond franchise it's like an old friend. It's like an old friend. Yeah.
But wasn't there a talk with No Time to Die, when there was a little talk, will Netflix catch it or Apple catch it and buy the whole library?
Yeah, I mean, I think that a streaming service would, they could buy the whole library. I could see that happening. I mean, I could see it'd be expensive. But, there's 25 official James Bond movies, if you include No Time to Die, that were released from 1962 to hopefully this year. That's a good run. I mean, 25 films, and they're classics the Bond franchise is going to be 60 years old next year. Or not, 60 years old.
Longest running franchise.
It's crazy. I mean, for the 50th anniversary in 2012, I went to London to see Skyfall when it opened, and it was great. I was disappointed in the movie, but the experience of going there to see a James Bond movie was great. I'm like, I want to go to Leicester Square, to the Odeon Cinema, and I want to see Skyfall, and I did, and it was fun. I stayed at my favorite hotel in London, which is the St. Martin's Lane Hotel. I mean, I don't know much. I haven't stayed in that many hotels in London, but I love St. Martin's Lane because that's where I was staying. I would have liked to have stayed at like the Dorchester, but I couldn't afford it. But I love St. Martin's Lane. It's like a really cool hotel. It's in London's West End. It's in the theater district. It's right by Trafalgar Square, and you can walk down to Leicester. It's great. I love the whole location. I love London. When we do our
it had a special feeling.
It did. The whole thing. Every time I've gone to London, something cool has happened. So I love London. To me, London is cool. And next time when all this is over, we got to come to Europe. Elizabeth and I we'll go. We'll pick you up. We'll just take a road trip through Europe. But I want to go. I want to go underneath the Channel. I want to go underneath the English Channel in the Channel. I want to do that. I want to drive it or take the train or whatever. We'll go hang out in London. We'll find Emma Bannon, make her take us around to all the cool places that she knows.
But we will leave out the hostels in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, we're not going to any hostels in Eastern Europe. No. We stay away from those. Unless we're the
We
hunters.
learned our lessons from the movies.
No, we're the hunters. We pay money to go torture people. That's what, We'll make a video and broadcast it live on some dark web channel. But we'll get super chats and tips for it. But yeah, so that'll be good. But yeah, so what can we do? So do you have a special edition this week?
Yeah, I have two. And the first one, I'm a little bit disappointed in different aspects. First, you were disappointed considering Best Buy, how they're packaging their steelbooks. But Amazon is not really that much better up. Because what was the big thing this week? Of course, it was Dota. And I couldn't help myself, Rob. We talked a little about it. Yes, and I ordered it. Even if I had the normal versions, I bought the Legend of Korra box set, which comes from Studio Mir. But I was expecting, Rob, that this one would come in a sturdy box like I used for you. And no, it was just an air bubble envelope, put it in, ready to go. So, of course, some of the corners are not really particularly well.
Why do they do that to us? You buy a collector's set. I mean, you know what? The human race is just slacking off. Don't we care about quality anymore?
Yeah. And the second one is for the collection itself. I was expecting, I didn't delve into it deep enough. I was expecting the outer casing, something like you with the Rambo, that the outer casing would be a steelbox too, but it's just paper. But the steelbooks are nice. So let's just quick look at the steelbooks.
I mean, it looks nice. It looks like a pretty cool set.
Yeah.
Now, where you got this from Amazon?
Amazon, correct.
Is it a UK thing or is it a regular Amazon?
US. US. Amazon US. But like I told you, this is just paper in it.
Right.
You see, this is just paper. And I was expecting like your great Rambo set, that it would be metal on the outside
Dude,
too.
It's metal, dude. Metal.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's only paper, Rob. So which is the first one, Rob? I have to check. Book one. But the steelbooks are nice.
That is.
And it's like you told us, it's Studio Mir.
Yeah.
Who did Dota as well this week. And Dota was really good, Rob. Even for me, who has no knowledge of the game at all.
Wow, those are really, really nice.
And don't forget, inside there's a print also.
Yeah.
So book 2, where have we? Book 4, and this is book 3.
Nice.
The inside is a little bit more faded here. But it's the same disc as they were released on beforehand. And this is book. Am I right here? Book 4. So the edition is a little bit mixed bag, considering the outer shell of it. It's just paper. It's not, fortunately, not metal. But you have these inside to keep them apart at least. So this was my first special edition. Considering Dota was released, I thought doing a little anime.
Little tie-in action there. Studio Mir tie-in
from Studio Mir. Yeah. Legend of Korra.
I love it. Do you want to go right into your next one, or do you want?
Should I go? Okay. I don't know how much you have. Do you have only one?
No, I've only got one.
Okay. The next one. Wait. Let me just put it aside. Or you go, Rob. Then I can put this back together.
Okay.
And you come back to me later.
Well, as many people know, one of my favorite working directors today is the great Wong Kar-wai. And there was something that Criterion put out, and it came out this week, and it exceeded. Now, I've heard the movies are actually a little bit. He's revisited the films and he's recut
Yeah.
them. So I
Okay.
haven't delved into the movies yet, but this is, I mean, Criterion kills it. I could have waited, to be honest. I could have waited till the 50% off sale that happens in 6 months, but you know me, you know us. We can't wait. I could be dead then. So
unfortunately not.
yeah. So this is the Wong Kar-wai, the World of Wong Kar-wai box set. This, first of all, it's got that sort of matte, plasticky, heavy feel. I mean, this is you just pick this up. The weight of this is fantastic. And then the back of it, it's just so gorgeous, just like a Wong Kar-wai movie. It slides out like this, and it opens up like, it's like one of these great Asian, like you buy some paper. So, I mean, it's really, really cool. So it opens up, and then it's got two different. I have a book, and I suspect. So this is the book that it comes with. This book, Wong Kar-wai. But this book is, I mean, it's as romantic as his films are, but there's fold-outs in here. I mean, I haven't even gone in and pulled stuff out, but it is a beautiful book. This book is amazing, and again, the paper products and the stuff that I don't know if I can see how do I unfold this here. Yeah. It's got, okay, so like this page here is like an envelope, and you reach into it and you pull it out, and it's got pictures. I mean, it's just, this whole thing is the coolest thing ever. I mean, they really, well, they're not all of his movies, not all of it. Like the Grandmaster is not in here, but here are the movies. And this is also very cool. So you have these movies, right? And then it pulls, you pull out. So it goes like this. And I mean, here, I'll pull it all out. It is just, I can't tell you how cool this is. So, and it's As Tears Go By, Days of Being Wild, Chungking Express, Fallen Angels, Happy Together, and then In the Mood for Love. And it's just, I mean, I love this thing. I love it so much. And this box set really captures the spirit of Wong Kar-wai's films. And while, you know what, somebody might say, if you're cynical, actually, this opens even more than I'm showing it to you. It opens even further. Somebody who's cynical might say, well, why is this so elaborate, Rob? I mean, isn't this like a pain in the ass to like deal with? If you want to just watch a movie, you have to. I don't care. It's Wong Kar-wai. This might be one of my. What I love about this is this is exactly what somebody in Japan or Korea or Asia, China, would make, with the beautiful paper products and all this. That's why I love this. This encapsulates exactly what Wong Kar-wai would have had made in his native Hong Kong or China.
Probably your favorite of this young year.
Yeah, I mean, and I was waiting for this. It's spectacular. I can't say enough about how great this special edition is. And all of the films are great. Like, I love all of the movies that are in this set. If you haven't seen In the Mood for Love, if you haven't seen his early movies, as Days of Being Wild, and if you haven't seen that, and of course, I love Chungking Express and Fallen Angels and Happy Together, and boy, this is one hell of a box set. And
but you haven't delved into it, what he has changed about his movies?
I have not watched any of the movies yet because I just got it, but I want to start Days of Being Wild, and that'll and then get into it and start looking at everything. How do they change things? I don't know. Criterion had already released In the Mood for Love, so I'm curious to see. We watched that recently, and how different is the cut? I don't know, but this is definitely something. I can't recommend this set enough. It's just one One hell of a box set, especially if you love.
We always know what we get when we buy Criterion.
Yes, and this is one of my most favorite sets that they've ever put out. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Okay, my second one. I'm staying in the realm of animes. This is from Japan. This is the special edition for Your Name from
look at that.
Japan. So let's put it out here. I always love that the Japanese put some foil in it.
Yeah.
You can always put it back in. So this comes with 5 discs, but don't ask me what is on every disc.
Yeah, of course.
So we have a diggy. So the outer. Wait, let's make this way around. So this is just the outer shell. Your Name, and then we have, of course, the digipack with the movie in 4K as a Blu-ray, and I think 3 bonus discs probably.
Wow.
Or it could be even a soundtrack CD. Like you have problems.
Yeah.
One more time. So 5 discs, 4K, the normal Blu-ray of the movie, and strangely enough, which is not usually with Japanese releases, it comes with English subtitles, which mostly Japanese releases don't have English subtitles. Then it has a crate. I'm fluent in reading Japanese. It has some stickers in it for the movie. Okay, and I'm totally fluent in Japanese.
Of course you are. Every imagination connoisseur should speak Japanese. Wow, that's a nice book too.
It's great conception art here. So we have a nice book, and the next one is for Europe. I don't know if you got something like the same for Dota. It looks like a production schedule.
Oh yeah.
For the movie.
That's really cool.
So the whole production schedule, which totally comes in my language, no problem at all to know how the movie came to be about. And the last thing we have is this little slip here. Wait, where can I open it? I think here, because it contains, I believe, a little film stripe.
Oh no, that's cool, like a 35mm film strip.
Yeah, but I think I'm too clumsy to get it out there.
Get it out.
Yeah. I try, but I can't get it out. God damn it.
Well,
and I don't want to rip it apart. I can't get it out, Rob. I can't get it out, but there is a film stripe.
I believe you. I believe you.
So this was my second one, considering Dota and all the anime stuff. Your Name.
I like
Japanese,
that. Well, Your Name and my name being on Dota, but thank you for the honorarium. I think that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Now,
and it is, Rob. Wait, I checked it before the show started. In the Germany top 10, place 7 at the moment. Place 7.
Ooh, all right.
Place 7 in the Germany top 10.
That's very. I love to hear that. I will throw that down. Now we got some tips and super chats that people have thrown in. 200-watt studio. Bob says the Dawn 4K is fantastic. Maybe too much color. Maul was nuclear powered. Nuclear powered. The Insight Black Sunday disc is beautiful. Commentary by the late Stephen Prince is great. The Deep Blu-ray is fantastic. First 10 minutes especially. I might have to get that. Well, it's good to know. I'm glad you like the Dawn 4K. I mean, I thought it looked It looks the best it's ever looked, but yeah, it is very colorful. I mean, it's very colorful. But that's what it was. It's a colorful movie.
Yeah.
So thanks for I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you're buying discs from Insight. For those of you who don't know, Insight is an Australian company that has been putting out Paramount titles. They just put out Black Sunday, which I love. John Frankenheimer's Black Sunday. That movie kicks ass, and it's great to have it. Nathan Gendron sends in a super chat and says, "Hey Rob, do you think we'll ever get the Lord of the Rings special features in HD, possibly with the 4K extended releases, or am I showing my complete naivete?" Listen, unfortunately, Nathan, all of the Lord of the Rings special features were completed in standard definition when we did them because there was no HD then. They could probably up-res them if they wanted to, but I doubt they will. And I know that there's new special features that are being prepared for the big Lord of the Rings box set that's coming out of the 4K. I think they're releasing a box with all 6 movies, which of course I'm going to have to buy, even though I just got. And those will be in HD. And I know the Hobbit special features obviously are in HD, but unfortunately, the Lord of the Rings special features only exist in standard def. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think they'll up-res them. I mean, maybe they will, but now the home studios just don't give a shit. They don't care about their own home theater legacy. They don't care about all the time we spent slaving away over those special features. 200 Watt Studio comes back and says, Insight's Blu-ray disc of The Deep is the best the film has ever looked. And I know because I've seen half of it hundreds of times. I see what I know.
The thriller with Nick Nolte.
Yes, and okay. Jacqueline Bisset, yes. Henning Allers became a member of the channel. Well, thank you, Henning. I appreciate that. Lady Penelope Emma Peel is here, a.k.a. Emma Bannon, says, "Hi, Batman and Robin."
God damn it.
She could have said Nightwing, but, hi, Batman and Robin. With next year being Bond's 60th anniversary, what do you think the chances are of there being some kind of physical media celebration? Other than a full remastered release, highly unlikely. I can't see what else they could do. Lady Penelope, I think they are going to release because No Time to Die would come out on physical media in 2000. I think for sure, they're going to release a box set of the entire Bond franchise on 4K. That is my hope. Yeah. That is what I think 2022 has.
So at the moment, only the Craig movies are available in 4K.
Only the Craig movies are available in 4K. I believe that 2022, and it will be the last time. I don't know if the Broccoli's, I don't know if Barbara Broccoli or Michael G. Wilson, I don't know if they're going to sell the franchise. I mean, I think if I were them, I would leave. I would leave the 25th James Bond movie all the way back to 1962. It is the 60th anniversary of the franchise. You've got 25 movies. I would walk out because why bother? Enjoy the rest of your life. I think Michael Wilson's pushing 80, and Barbara Broccoli is I think in her late 60s maybe. Maybe they're going to continue on, and maybe they want to go and cast another Bond film. But I'm hoping. I think that 2022 is going to bring us the box set, and how great would that be? All movies in 4K. Chris C says, so is it just me, or is the Batman v Superman 4K Ultimate Edition sold out like everywhere? Well, Chris, let me tell you something. I saw one person say that they ordered from the Warner store and they got their copy. Everyone got hosed. I think that they were overwhelmed by the demand.
Okay.
And they've said to me that mine's going to be available at the end of April or something. I just think that it was done through Warner Premiere, or like they didn't know how many they were going to get asked for. I don't think anybody has it. I know that somebody got it from the Warner store that I saw a picture of online. Yeah. I don't think it's sold out. I just think that they didn't get any yet. Most people don't have them to give you because it was supposed to come out on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. So what people are asking, if you don't know, the 4K of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice came out in the
new 4K,
the new 4K in the same 4:3 aspect ratio that the Snyder cut is in. So
I was under the impression it was switching aspect ratios, Rob. Is it completely in 4:3?
Oh, maybe it is, but I thought it was.
As far as I know, only the nightmare sequence was shot with the IMAX framing, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I thought the whole movie was done square. I'm not sure, but I was supposed to get mine, and then Amazon's like, nope, sorry. So I don't think they made enough, or they didn't anticipate the demand, or whatever. So I don't think it's sold out. I think no one got them. That's what I think.
I guess the Snyder cut did help a little bit.
Yeah,
considering the demand for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Toner sends in a tip and says, "Hi, Rob and Dieter. Valid points on Ripley's daughter scene in Alien Special Edition, Dieter. I always felt it added more depth to her relationship with Newt. Thoughts on new release announcements from Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome from Friday?" Well, you sent me a picture from Arrow's release on Friday. Was it the not the bird with the crystal plumage in 4K? Again, one of Dario Argento's The Animals trilogy, which is incredible. So that's very exciting. And then, did you know that they have a Demons replacement program?
No, Rob.
Yes, there. So we should say this. Unfortunately, it has come to our attention that the soundtrack for the U.S. theatrical cut of Demons contains an error. At around the 62-minute mark, the audio incorrectly reverts to the separate international English soundtrack for approximately 12 minutes. This affects both the UHD and the Blu-ray versions of the title. We understand that this is disappointing for fans who are looking forward to experiencing this distinct version of the film in the form it was originally shown in U.S. cinemas in 1985. We are pleased to say that we have corrected the issue and now have replacement discs ready to send out to any customer who has purchased a 2021 release of this title. This issue only affects the Demons disc in the set. There is no replacement needed for Demons 2. This is, if you have it.
No, I don't remember about the issue, but I think it's only one audio track that's wrong. It's not the 5.1 track. That's okay, as far as I remember the statement. So I wasn't too mad about it. So I didn't delve more into it because I think it was only that one audio track that was faulty. I believe.
Yep. And so anyway, but it's on the Arrow website.
Okay.
And you can go there if you want to replace it. I mean, whenever they do that, I should. I'm just saying that it's there. Now, I didn't see what Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow were. In fact, I didn't see their announcements, their pre-announcements.
I only Justin informed me about Six String Samurai movie. I don't know at all, but it looks cool. I did a little Googling before the show, and I pre-ordered it. Rob.
Yeah, I mean, they've got, obviously, next month, they've got Battle Royale coming out, and Donnie Darko in 4K, and Over the Edge is coming out in May. But they announced The Stylist, which is a limited edition Blu-ray, which I don't, and Major Dundee, which is a war film, and then Years of Lead, 5 classic Italian crime thrillers, Irizumi Blu-ray, which is got a beautiful cover, and it intrigues me, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage in 4K, and Tezuka's Barbara, which is in dual format, a Japanese film, I think, obviously. So those are coming out. I don't know what Vinegar Syndrome is releasing, but why don't I look? Because we have the...
in Germany, there will be coming out American Psycho in 4K with Christian Bale.
Oh, I have to get that.
In June as a 5-disc set, I believe. It's a 4K, the Blu-ray, a Huey Lewis soundtrack CD or normal CD from Huey Lewis and the News, who was in the movie. I think it's a 5-disc set. Is planned.
Well, I'm down with that. Yeah, Six String Samurai is coming out.
It is the uncut version.
Oh, I need to get that. Put that on that pre-order then for me.
Okay, finally back on track.
Yeah, so I want that. But yeah, I mean, Six String Samurai. I like Six String Samurai. I don't know if I would.
I don't know the movie at all, Rob.
It's all right.
Never heard of it.
I don't love it.
Okay.
So that's what I think about the Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow releases. 200-Watt Studio says, Dieter, could I ask you to say, I'm the operator with the pocket calculator?
I'm the operator with the pocket calculator.
Now, I want to give it to you. I'm going to direct you now. I want you to say it one more time. Say it like Arnold saying, welcome to the party, Richter. Say it like
can you repeat it?
So it's I'm the operator with the pocket calculator.
I'm the operator with the pocket calculator.
That's it. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Nicely done.
Considering, I forgot once again the German saying, Rob. Considering,
are we going to get
this kind of super chats? This is what I call not extremely. There's a German saying that goes, sich zum Affen machen. To make myself into a monkey would be the literary translation, sich zum Affen machen, but it's just to make a fool of oneself. Considering questions, say this one, but we do everything for our customers, Rob, here at the B&B Motel to entertain.
It's true. We will
sich
do
zum
anything.
Affen machen. Sich zum Affen machen is the German wording for this week.
There Bob goes. He's got that. Justin Toner sends in a tip and says, I decided to pre-order the 4K of Six String Samurai from Vinegar Syndrome due to a friend who's raved about the movie for years. Fingers crossed. It's a fun watch. You'll like it. Also, special features announced for the King Kong 76 disc from Scream. Get a thumbs up from me. Yeah, I've had the 1976 King Kong on Blu-ray for years. I forgot that I bought it from Europe. You know, there used to be a website, and I can't remember what it is now, that I used to go to when Blu-rays first came out, and it had all the Blu-rays that were coming out around the world, and I would buy all these foreign releases, and I had it for a long time. But that Scream disc is essential and I like the 76 King Kong. I grew up with it. I saw that when it opened.
When is it coming out, Rob?
I think next month, May.
Next month, okay.
Or May or next month. No, I think it's May. So yeah, I mean, Justin, Six String Samurai. You know, maybe it's worth getting. It's in 4K. Why not? I mean, I
pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it because you mentioned it. Okay, I hope it's good for your sake.
Well, you know what? With their Beastmaster packaging, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
It was amazing. Henning Ehlers says, hey, Rob. Hi, Dieter. You made my weekend with your metal and media shows. And the hard work and Dieter already watched the physical Runaway Train, and he gives you the thumbs up sign, which is metal. Tom Fox. I used to know Tox Fox. I used to know Tom Fox. Tox Fox sends in a super chat and says, order the Snyder Cut from HMV. Thanks for sharing. Well, let me tell you, again, Emma Bannon, the lovely Lady Penelope Crichton-Ward, or Emma Peel, as it is. If it wasn't for Emma Bannon, I would not know about the HMV 4K Steelbook Special Edition of the Snyder Cut.
Excalibur.
It's totally Excalibur. It's the Knights of the Round Table. I love that. Some people said, oh, that looks like it's bad Photoshop. You know what? Fuck you. I mean, don't rain on my parade. I saw that cover, and I'm like, that shit is dope. I don't need that picture of all 5 of them lined up. I love the fact that somebody British thought about, because some dumb American, I don't get it, but putting up that was the Knights of the Round Table. I love that. And it refers back to the end of the movie where Bruce is like, they're going to rebuild Wayne Manor. They're going to build the Hall of Justice. And there's going to be a table. That's why I thought that Steelbook was great. I want to thank Emma we got Emma. She's our agent on the ground in the UK in a post-Brexit world. It's important to have a hot lady looking out for your needs. And she is looking out for our needs. And I appreciate that. So
unfortunately, in Germany, the Steelbook has been delayed to July for Justice League. At the end of May, only the standard version will come out.
Really?
The Steelbook has been delayed. I think it's a little bit close, considering the movie came out and the announcement. We are used to longer time spent.
Well, Germany you guys have the strictest quality control in the world. So it might have something to do with that. Like they have to get the transfer.
So I think it's probably more to the production of the steelbook itself.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's true. Matthew Smith sends in a tip and says, after watching the Snyder Cut, my love for Zack's vision is renewed. Do you both think there's any chance of a deluxe box set that would include all 3 of his movies, or am I better off just picking up the 4K releases right now? Keep it physical, guys. That's a really good question, Matthew.
Yeah.
The problem is they're getting rid of the home theater departments, home video departments. They're combining them with theatrical. So Warner Brothers, I would have said 4 or 5 years ago, absolutely. They're going to do a Zack Snyder trilogy box set like the Christopher Nolan Batman box set. I would have thought, and they probably would have included, or maybe not, but I was going to say the original Justice League. I don't think they would, but I would have said yes, they are absolutely going to do all 3 movies in a cool box set.
With a nice documentary by you.
Yeah, I know,
right? About the Snyder Cut came to be.
I would love to have done a whole documentary about the Snyder Cut movement and everything. I think somebody was doing that, but also with the production of the film, I would love to have covered how I would love to finally come out, because people are still on they come and complain, like, I don't know, Johnny Come Lately's on my channel. They're always like writing comments like, you said the Snyder Cut never existed. I'm like, bruh, $70 million over 2,000 visual effects didn't exist. Let me explain to you where I was coming from. No, and even Zack Snyder said, I had an unfinished cut of the movie. Which is how it works. But
have you watched on HBO Max in the gray version? Have you?
No, I have not yet.
No, okay.
Justice is Gray. I have you?
No.
So I haven't watched it. So I think, Matthew, I think they might have. I mean, maybe they still will. But I used to love those. I showed the Dark Knight box set, I think, last week. Great. And, I loved that box set. I wish they would do a Zack Snyder version of that with a book. And it's just, I think the studio, too, I mean, they'll put out the Snyder Cut on physical media to make some more money. But I don't know if they want to support it with lavish special features and all that. Let's celebrate Zack's vision. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen. So
let's be happy that it will come out on physical media.
Yeah. So I don't know, well, Dieter, this is another. Let's see. I don't even know what is coming out in the coming week. I'm not up on the May 11th. By the way, is when Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey and the Bandit is coming out on 4K, which I actually might buy because I love Smokey and the Bandit. But let's see what the new upcoming releases are. Coming out March 30th, you've got Wonder Woman 84 is coming out.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman 3D is coming out. Wonder Woman 84 3D. I don't know if I would buy that, but hey, whatever. Okay. Ten Commandments.
Actually, Rob, that's the only reason to get Wonder Woman 84, to see it in a different light. It won't be getting better, but considering I didn't actually thought there would be a 3D release at all.
I know. I didn't either. So also we got Bad News Bears is coming out. Defending Your Life, which is a good movie. I actually worked on Defending Your Life. I like that film. It's coming out.
In May, Speed and Heat as 4K.
Yep.
Speed and Heat.
But they're not coming out next week, though.
No, not next week.
But these are just next week. The Bermuda Depths, one of my favorite TV movies about a giant turtle and ghosts, is incredible, believe it or not. That's coming out on Blu-ray. Perdita Durango and Day of the Beast, the Alex Iglesias movies. Great movies. Those are coming out on 4K. A new version of Lust, Caution with my man Tony Leung is coming out next week. So that's pretty neat. And that's coming out. So it's not a big week, but it's got some good stuff.
There will always be back catalog and a lot of cat in the bags.
Yeah, a lot of cat in the bags. And the American Werewolf in London Steelbook is coming out. But I don't think that's 4K here. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray disc.
Okay.
It's a Blu-ray disc. It's not our 4K disc. So that's next week. And That's exciting.
Great.
So there you go. Do you gave us our German saying for the week, which I thank you
Sich
for.
zum Affen machen.
It's good. So I guess that's it, man. We've
Yeah.
come to the end of Let's Get Physical Media episode 19. 19.
Looking forward, getting a video from you, considering the brothers.
The Pierce brothers. I don't know if I'll get to see both of them, but I hopefully, because they can both sign it for you. I will have that signed.
Are they working on anything new, Rob? Can you tell me?
I don't know. I would love to have them come back now that I've got the two media books and show it to them and talk to them. Maybe I'll put that on the video or ask them to come on the show and talk about where they're at and what the experience was now that the Wretched has gone all over the world. And because I love them. Those guys were awesome. And so I'm going to see them. I'm going to walk down to the pub to Lucky Baldwin's on either Friday or Saturday and break bread with one or both of them.
And last good news, Rob, my mom is completely vaccinated, got her second shot yesterday.
Well, tell her congratulations.
She's through.
That's good. And what about you?
No, until now, not.
Do you know when you're going to get vaccinated?
At the moment, no, Rob. At the moment,
Me
no.
neither.
Even if my county is strangely enough ahead of the other counties in Germany. We're working on it, Rob, but it will take time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, then, I guess, Dieter, I will bid you a fond farewell. Thanks for getting metal with me this weekend. And it was fun.
That was quite a surprise.
It certainly was. What a great bunch of shows those were. And
But don't forget, people, not everything is metal now. Even if Rob's hashtag everything is metal is cool, but keep it real.
It's true. Not everything is metal, even though, we'll tone it down. And I'm going to put the show away for a while because it's going to be, you'll never know when it's going to pop up. When the need
I was
arises.
really surprised. Friday I was working. Well, what? Rob is live. What is going on now?
And here I was. We did a fun show and that was great. Roberto Suarez and you. We were on for 3 hours. It was amazing. Great. So I want to thank you for that. And so we come to the end.
Yeah.
I guess, Dieter, live long and prosper. And do you have any messages for the pure streamers out there about physical media?
Look for Schnäppchen. Whatever you may need, you may find. Considering our letter writers, now he's gotten all his 007 on physical media. He doesn't have to go venture through the different streaming services.
Yeah.
Where are all the movies?
Well, I want to thank our moderating staff, beginning with Mike Bodden and The Richard. I want to thank everybody who's here. Joshua Levesque is here. Brian Hepburn is here. Justin Toner is here, and thanks for writing in. I don't know who else is here, but thank you for that. Louis Terrasas sends in a chat and says, Snyder Cut will forever be a business case to look back on. What an achievement of a true auteur versus the studio Hollywood system. Make your own video on it. I probably could. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Brian Hepburn is also here. Bunyan Snipe is here. We got a full crew. Brian Hepburn. We got the full crew.
Your full moderator stuff.
I want to thank them. I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel through tips and super chats. And also, if you want to send us a letter, you can always go to the Burnettwork.net website, and it shows, just put in the subject heading, Let's Get Physical Media, and we will read your letter on the air. And on that note, we bring this show to an end.